Have you ever had this happen? You walk into your doctor's office feeling just fine. You sit down, roll up your sleeve, and wait. The blood pressure cuff tightens. Beep, beep. The nurse glances at the screen, and her face changes. Your pressure's a bit high today. You blink. What? You've been watching your salt, taking your pills, walking every morning, and still the numbers are too high. It's frustrating, confusing, even scary. But what if I told you the problem might not be in your heart? What if the real culprit is how you breathe, how your nerves fire, or even how your pancreas handles sugar? Today, you're going to learn the fastest way to lower blood pressure naturally. No medication, no side effects, and no complicated gadgets. Just your breath, your muscles, and a simple shift in how you fuel your body. These aren't hacks or gimmicks. They're clinically backed, science-based, and most importantly, they're gentle, safe, and perfect for anyone over 55. You'll discover a breathing technique that relaxes your arteries in minutes, a simple isometric exercise that strengthens your vessel tone, and the overlooked root cause behind high blood pressure that most doctors never explain. Stick around until the end, because the last part may completely change how you think about blood pressure. And once you understand it, your numbers may never creep back up again. Let's begin not with a pill, but with something even more powerful: your next breath. Most people think high blood pressure means one thing: my heart must be in trouble. But the truth is, your heart might just be doing its job, pumping faithfully, beat after beat, while everything else around it is making the job harder. Think of your body like an orchestra. Your heart is the drummer, keeping the rhythm. But what happens if the violins are playing too fast? If the trumpets blast out of tune? The whole symphony becomes chaos. The drummer tries to keep up, but it's not his fault. That's what happens with blood pressure. Your arteries stiffen, your nerves stay on high alert, your blood gets thicker. Your insulin keeps shouting orders from the sidelines. And your heart? It pumps harder and faster, trying to keep up with the mess. This is why some people with high blood pressure have perfectly healthy hearts, but their body is out of balance. Now, let's talk symptoms. Here's what's tricky about high blood pressure. Most of the time, you feel nothing. No warning signs, no headaches, no shortness of breath. That's why they call it the silent killer. But just because it's silent doesn't mean it's harmless. Unchecked, high blood pressure can damage your kidneys, stress your brain, weaken your eyes, and over time, wear out your heart like a car engine running on overdrive. You don't need to wait for a stroke or heart attack to know something's wrong. The real problem? Most solutions treat the symptoms, not the source. They tell you, cut salt, walk more, take your meds. All good advice, but what if your body still isn't listening? That's why, in this video, we're going deeper. We'll fix the music sheet, not just the drummer. We'll restore balance, so your heart doesn't have to fight alone. Coming up next, let me show you a simple garden hose and how it holds the secret to controlling your blood pressure. Now, imagine this. You're outside, watering your garden on a sunny afternoon. You turn on the hose, but something's not right. The pressure's too high. Water is shooting out wildly. What do? You check the faucet. Maybe it's open too much. You check the hose. Maybe it's kinked or stiff. You wonder, why is there so much pressure in here? Believe it or not, that hose is exactly like your arteries. And that wild water pressure? That's your blood pressure. Let's break this down. There are three main reasons pressure builds up inside that hose and your body. 1. Too much water inside. If you push more water through a narrow hose, the pressure rises. In your body, that water is blood. And the more blood volume you have, especially from fluid retention or high insulin, the more pressure builds up in your vessels. 2. A strong, fast pump. If the faucet is turned on full blast, the water hits hard and fast. In your body, your heart is that faucet. If it's beating fast or forcefully because of stress, anxiety, caffeine, or hormone imbalances, it drives your pressure higher. 3. A stiff hose that can't flex. If your garden hose is old and rigid, it won't stretch. The water inside gets squeezed and pressure goes up. Your arteries work the same way. When they lose their flexibility from aging, poor diet, or inflammation, they resist every heartbeat, and pressure builds. So here's the big picture. Even if your heart is healthy, if your blood volume is too high, if your heart's working overtime, and your arteries are stiff like frozen rubber, your blood pressure will rise, no matter how healthy you try to be. That's why pills only offer temporary relief. They twist one valve in the system, but leave the others untouched. But the good news? Just like fixing a hose, we can adjust the system naturally, step by step. Coming up next, I'll show you the first tool in your toolbox, your breath. Yes, something you do 20,000 times a day could be your first line of defense. Let's start with one deep inhale. Let's go back to that garden hose. If the water's blasting out too hard, what's the fastest way to calm things down? You turn the valve. You slow the flow at the source. That's what breathing does for your body, especially a special technique called the 4-7-8 method. This isn't just deep breathing. It's scientific self-regulation. It taps into your body's built-in brakes, the part of your nervous system designed to help you relax, recover, and reset. Let's break it down. How to do the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Step 1. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Step 2. Hold that breath for 7 seconds. Step 3. Exhale gently through your mouth for 8 seconds. Each cycle takes about 19-20 seconds. That's 3 deep breaths per minute. Do this for just 5 minutes, and you've given your body 15 powerful, calming breaths. What happens inside your body? Your vagus nerve activates. This is the master control switch for relaxation. Your heart rate slows. Your blood vessels open up. Stress hormones like cortisol begin to drop. And most importantly, your blood pressure begins to settle down naturally. It's like turning off the alarm bells inside your body. Why it's perfect for seniors. Many older adults face something called white coat hypertension, blood pressure spikes at the doctor's office due to anxiety. This breathing technique is a perfect tool to calm your nerves before a checkup. But even more powerful? Doing it daily, not just before appointments. Think of it like brushing your teeth, but for your arteries. No equipment, no pills, just you, your breath, and a little patience. How to remember. Use your phone as a timer. Set 5 minutes. Count your breaths on your fingers. Or follow along with guided breathing apps if you prefer. Start with once a day, then twice. Before long, your body will begin to anticipate the calm, because breathing isn't just something you do, it's something you can use to take back control. And now that your nervous system is learning to relax, let's add the next tool, one that strengthens your blood vessels, even while you sit still. Coming up, the quiet power of isometric exercise. Now that you've learned how to calm the storm with your breath, let's explore something just as surprising. You can lower your blood pressure by not moving at all. Welcome to the world of isometric exercise. What is isometric exercise? Unlike walking or lifting weights, isometric exercise means no jumping, no running, no bending or twisting. Instead, it's all about holding still while your muscles contract, quietly building strength and resilience without putting strain on your joints. Think of it like gripping a steering wheel during a tense moment. Your muscles are engaged, but your body isn't going anywhere. How it helps blood pressure. Research shows that isometric exercises can improve blood vessel flexibility, enhance circulation, lower both systolic and diastolic pressure, boost parasympathetic activity, that same calming system activated by breathing. And here's the best part. It works fast. In just a few weeks of consistent practice, many people notice real changes in their blood pressure readings. Exercise number 1. Hand grip squeeze. Grab a water bottle, tennis ball, or any soft object that fits comfortably in your hand. Squeeze firmly, about 8 to 9 out of 10 in strength, for 10 seconds. Release and rest for 10 seconds. Switch hands and repeat. Do 10 repetitions per hand. This simple act helps train your blood vessels to respond better under pressure, literally. Why this works for seniors. No need to stand or balance, no sweating or pain. Just a chair and a prop, and you're ready. You can do it while watching TV, sitting on your porch, or listening to music. It's subtle, simple, and surprisingly powerful. Metaphor to remember. Think of your blood vessels like piano strings. When they're too loose, the music is flat. When they're too tight, they snap. Isometric training helps you tune those strings, keeping your vascular system responsive, not reactive. So now you've got your breath, you've got your strength, and next, we're going to lean on something even more grounded. Let me show you how sitting against a wall can help support your heart, literally. Coming up, the underrated magic of the wall sit. Sometimes, the most powerful things in life are also the most simple, and in this case, one of the best exercises for lowering blood pressure requires no gym, no equipment, and no movement at all. Just you and a wall. Let me introduce you to the wall sit, a quiet challenge with powerful rewards. What is a wall sit? Stand with your back flat against a wall. Slide down until your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle, as if you're sitting in an invisible chair. Hold that position for 30 to 60 seconds. Rest and repeat up to 2 to 3 times. Sounds easy, right? But don't be fooled. Within seconds, you'll feel your legs engage, your heart rate respond, and your body begin to work. Why it helps your heart. When you hold a wall sit, your leg muscles contract continuously, demanding steady blood flow. This trains your arteries to adapt to pressure changes in real time. It strengthens your lower body, improving circulation and balance. 2 key concerns for seniors. It stimulates nitric oxide release, helping vessels relax and widen, directly lowering blood pressure. It's like giving your blood vessels a gentle workout, helping them stay flexible and strong. Is it safe for older adults? Absolutely, if done mindfully. Use a sturdy wall in a safe space, hallway, bedroom, kitchen. Don't go too low if you have knee issues, just bend slightly and hold. Hold on to a countertop or use a chair in front of you for balance if needed. If standing is difficult, try seated wall pushes. Sit in a chair and press your back firmly into the wall behind you. The goal isn't pain, it's engagement. Metaphor, your heart's foundation. Think of this like rebuilding the foundation of your house. A strong house needs sturdy beams. Your heart needs strong legs and vessels to carry the load. Every wall sit you do lays another brick in that foundation. You now have a complete physical toolkit. breathing to calm the nervous system, hand grips to build vascular tone, wall sits to strengthen the base. But there's one more thing we haven't talked about yet. What if your real problem isn't physical at all, but metabolic? Let's go deeper into the root cause behind high blood pressure and what's quietly sabotaging your efforts from the inside. You've done the breathing, you've squeezed and held, you've even leaned into the wall and felt the burn in your legs. But what if I told you, high blood pressure isn't just a problem in your arteries? It's a signal from your entire metabolic system, waving a red flag. Let's talk about the real root cause behind millions of cases of hypertension. Metabolic syndrome. What is metabolic syndrome? It's not a disease, it's a cluster of warning signs, like red lights blinking on your car dashboard. Here's what it usually looks like. High blood sugar, high triglycerides, low HDL, low good cholesterol, high insulin levels, extra weight around your belly. One or two of these might not raise eyebrows, but together, they paint a dangerous picture. How it leads to high blood pressure. Let's use a metaphor. Imagine your pancreas is a firefighter. Its job? To control sugar in your bloodstream by spraying it down with insulin. But when you eat lots of processed carbs and sugary snacks every day, your bloodstream becomes a burning building, over and over again. Your poor pancreas works harder, pumping out more and more insulin. But eventually, your cells stop listening. That's called insulin resistance. Sugar stays high, insulin stays high, and now your body retains more water and sodium, making your blood thicker and your vessels tighter. Result? Your blood pressure starts rising, slowly, silently. Not because your heart is broken, but because your cells are drowning in fuel they can't even use. The vicious cycle. High insulin, high blood sugar, fluid retention, artery stiffening, hypertension. No amount of breathing or exercise can fully fix this unless you address the internal fire. And most doctors, they'll treat the smoke, the blood pressure, but ignore the flames, the metabolic dysfunction. But here's the empowering part. You can cool the fire, not with extreme diets, but with smart, steady choices that restore balance to your system. Up next, I'll show you how to fix your fuel source, gently, naturally, and in a way that fits your real life. Let's talk food, not as the enemy, but as the medicine. So many people, once they learn about metabolic syndrome, rush to extremes. No more bread, no fruit ever again, only steak and butter from now on. But here's the truth. You don't need to starve your joy to lower your blood pressure. You just need to change the fuel you're giving your body, so it can burn cleaner, steadier, and smarter. Let's shift the mindset. The problem isn't carbs, it's the wrong kind. Processed carbohydrates, like white bread, sugary snacks, and boxed cereals, hit your bloodstream like a freight train. They spike your blood sugar, overwork your pancreas, and flood your system with insulin. But real food, the kind your grandparents grew up on, that's different. Vegetables, slow-burning fuel. Berries, low sugar, high antioxidant. Beans, lentils, and oats, full of fiber that slows digestion. Healthy fats, from avocado, olive oil, and nuts. Proteins, from eggs, fish, and lean meats. These aren't enemies, they're allies. The goal: insulin peace, not war. When you choose balanced meals with moderate carbs, like sweet potatoes instead of white rice, good fats, like olive oil over margarine, satisfying protein, like salmon or chicken, you allow your insulin levels to stay calm. And calm insulin equals calm blood pressure. Over time, your body begins to listen again. Your cells absorb energy the way they were meant to. Your pancreas doesn't have to fight so hard, and your arteries start to relax, just like you did with your breathing. Metaphor: changing the firewood. Think of your body like a fireplace. Would you rather burn dry, clean logs that last for hours, or damp, dirty twigs that flare up and choke the room with smoke? Processed carbs are the twigs. Real food is the clean, burning log. It's not about eating less. It's about eating smart. And coming up next, I'll walk you through what a simple day of meals could look like, built for real life, real kitchens, and real results. You don't need a private chef. You just need a clear plan. Let's build one together. Let's bring it all together. You've learned about breathing, you've learned about strength, you've learned about insulin, the hidden influencer of your blood pressure. Now, what does it all look like on your plate? Here's a one-day sample meal plan, simple, nourishing, and built to calm your body from the inside out. Breakfast: calm and steady. Start: 2 boiled or scrambled eggs, half an avocado, a handful of berries, like blueberries or raspberries. Green tea or black coffee, no sugar. Why it works: high in protein and healthy fat to keep you full. Berries support vascular health. No sugar crash equals no insulin spike. Lunch: light but satisfying. Grilled salmon or skinless chicken breast. Steamed broccoli or spinach with olive oil drizzle. Small serving of quinoa or sweet potato. Lemon water. Why it works: omega-3s from salmon support heart health. Fiber and potassium from greens support blood pressure. With complex carbs, keep energy stable. Dinner: soothing and easy to digest. Vegetable soup with carrots, celery, zucchini. Side of lentils or black beans. Small salad with olive oil plus apple cider vinegar. Why it works: warm, hydrating, and rich in minerals. Beans provide slow-burning energy and plant-based protein. Apple cider vinegar may improve insulin sensitivity. Optional snack: a handful of unsalted almonds or a piece of dark chocolate, 85% cacao. This plan isn't a diet, it's a rhythm, a way of eating that helps your body find peace again. Coming up next, a quick recap of the tools we've covered and how to put them into action starting today. Let's wrap this up with heart, clarity, and purpose. You've made it this far, and that means something. Means you care. It means you're ready, not just to manage high blood pressure, but to finally understand it and gently take back control. Let's recap your new toolkit. Breathe 4-7-8. Tap into your body's natural relaxation system, anytime, anywhere. Grip and hold. Use simple isometric exercises to build vessel strength right from your chair. Wall sit. Strengthen your foundation and restore circulation with zero equipment. Eat to heal. Choose real food that balances your hormones, calms your insulin, and feeds your cells with what they truly need. And most of all, understand this: your blood pressure is not your enemy. It's a whisper from your body, asking for balance. You don't need to chase perfection, you just need to start. So, here's your challenge. Try just one technique from this video today. Set a timer. Take 5 minutes. Let your body feel the difference. And if this helped you, leave a comment below. What technique are you starting with? Breathing, gripping, wall sitting, or food? Don't forget to subscribe for more natural, safe, and senior-friendly health videos every week. Until next time, take a deep breath. You've got this.